And we are live. Good morning, Crypto Warriors, and welcome back to the Unnamed Crypto, episode 1206. I'm your host, Bitcoin Zay, here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community, Monday through Friday at 10-ish. And we have some great news stories for you today, including the top story, Memecoin Mania. Pre-sales have hit over $100 million raised in 3 days. Which is amazing. Just seeing have taken off sort of under the radar. Unnamed Presale address amasses 33 million sold in an hour. Starbucks says its NFT rewards program must come to an end, and either Joe Biden nor Donald Trump are crypto champions. But first, let's take a look at our prices for today. Much movement over the weekend. We did see a pretty big drop right before the weekend, which is, the regular pullback in a bull market. So nothing too scary there. But some of our prices for today, Bitcoin sitting at $6,740, up 0.28% today. Ethereum at $3,542, down 0.8%. Solana sitting at $203, up 5.5% today. Binance Coin actually sliding below Solana is at 553, down 3% on the day. 60 cent, down 2.2%. Cardano sitting at 66 cent is down 2% as well. Avalanche at 61.34 is up 11% on the day. And rounding out our top 10 is Dogecoin at 14 cent, down 3.7%. And our extreme greed is still there. It's in the 85 range. The fear and greed index, good indicator of a few things. One of the main things being how much leverage is being used. I think people underestimate that whenever people see a bull run or they see prices moving very fast, the first thing they do is try to, in my opinion, cheat the game and say, hey, let me go leverage 100x, 50x, 20x, whatever, to basically try and increase the amount of gains that they get. And pretty much every time they get smacked around, either the price hits their stops below or hits it above, usually wipes out most traders who are using leverage. And with extreme greed at 85, a little bit less than before. We were right at 89, I believe, last week. So right now we're at 85. So not too bad there. So welcome everybody in the chat. Welcome Warriors. Good morning. Greetings. Lord Smith, just called me Alapio, Kevin Blackman, Les Square, Hollow Man, peace and prosperity. Appreciate it. Wisdom Bars, Meme City incoming. Oh yeah, you know it. Whenever people see the price of Bitcoin go up, a lot of people have unit bias. A lot of people are degens, like a lot of you guys, like we all are, deep down inside, and they go straight to the meme coin market and say, all right, what liquid shit coin can I buy and make, whatever amount of money you're trying to make in fiat? So that's literally all that happens every single market. So nothing surprised there. Bergtown Music, what's up, Timothy Grigsby? Greetings. So let's jump into our first story of the day. Again, not surprising that this happens. This is just the market, people. If you haven't been here long, which I'm not sure many people who are watching haven't, but if you haven't been here long, one of the things you have to realize is that this is never going away. It was ICOs at one point, then it was DeFi summer, then it was NFTs, and then now it's meme coins. It's always going to be something new. I think this market, meme coins may kick it off, but I think near the end it's going to be more of a Bitcoin layer 2 project, since there's so many being created now. But yes, Solana meme coin projects have raised more than 100 million by way of a controversial fundraising model known as pre-sales in the last 3 days. And if you've been anywhere near Twitter, you've probably seen a few pre-sales of people that are just posting addresses, and we'll get into one that did one on Solana as well. So they have started to warn of peak degeneracy. I don't think they know what peak degeneracy is. Not yet. We're almost there, but it's getting close. With meme coin founders raking in millions worth of Solana sold through token pre-sales in the last 72 hours alone. At the time of publication, crypto traders have sent around $100 million worth of SOL in an attempt to buy into new Solana meme coins in the last 72 hours, per aggregated data. This is viewed by Cointelegraph and cited by crypto researcher 0x Gumshoe. These tokens have been raising money for unreleased coins by way of a controversial pre-sale model. So again, we've seen ICOs. We've seen all the different ways people raise money. We've seen somebody put out a 20-page white paper and raise $30 million in one day. We've seen all of that craziness, and we're back. Most notably, Book of Meme, which I see a lot of people tweeting about. Bone, Nap, Nostalgia, and many others. And this is legit peak degeneracy, aping 180K and 90K in the meme coins. The lottery ticket mentality has grabbed a lot of people. And as you can see here, this chart is showing a lot of people buying at these very small prices. So, launched on March 14th by pseudonymous artist Dark Farms at an initial value of around 4 million. Book of Memes rallied more than 36,000%. I mean, people, if you showed this to a traditional market guy, he would probably lose his shit looking at the fact that anything gained 36,000% in less than 3 days. I mean, this is unheard of. It reached a market cap of 1.45 billion in less than 56 hours. I mean, come on, man. In my opinion, this is just my own theory. Some of this money, if not most of this money, is the same people that are basically recycling. They choose coins that they want to invest in. They get together in Telegram groups, and then they fund it really hard. They push it on social media because they have 100,000, 200,000 followers. They push it on social media. The price pumps. They sell. They take profits. You may say, "Hey, I made $5,000. I made 10,000." They don't care about that. What they care about is the fact that they made 5 million or 10 million, and then mostly pretty much everybody else gets dumped on. So that's par for the course. Again, it's literally like the casino. If you go to the casino, sure, you could make life-changing money in one night. That is very possible. You could sit through one poker game and you could make a life-changing money. But for the most part, most people are going home drunk and broke. You're not going to make any money the longer you play. That's why we always say if you're going to degen smartly. Get in, get out. If you have access to a token or if you know somebody that's in the Telegram groups, if you're going to do that, hey, I'm not going to stand outside the casino and yell at people. So go ahead, do you. But this is not regular. And if you think that you're going to find the one meme coin that's going to pump 36,000%, again, good luck to you because there's literally 2.2 million cryptos and there's thousands of different ones on Solana specifically. And it's new thousands of ones of coins being built every day. So good luck there, people. But yes, this is happening right now. And one of my favorite things is that let's get into this next story. An unnamed presale address amasses $33 million. I mean, come on, people. I mean, Jesus Christ, what are you all doing? An ambiguous 24-hour presale promised a bigger allocation for early investors without disclosing any specifics on the project. I mean, we have people literally just tweeting Solana, send it to this address, presale. And people aren't even looking at what the project does. They don't care about a airdrop. They don't care about a roadmap. They don't even care if the software developers are real. Because an early presale address for an unnamed artificial intelligence focused project on Solana amassed 33 million worth of Solana tokens in less than an hour. I mean, people, come on, please don't let it be our warriors doing this. But the presale information for the unnamed AI project was posted on X on March 18th by on-chain sleuth Dexter with a 24-hour early investor window. The user stated that this would be our most ambitious project to date. You damn right. Y'all just put out a project with no with no information. What's your project? Oh, we don't know, but it's ambitious. Like, what the hell? And then despite the lack of information, the wallet received 159,300 sold worth over 33 million at publication time within 50 minutes after the X post went live. The high amount of investment is probably due to the limited 24-hour window of the presale. And what's crazy is I was looking at this presale. I watched it live. I was watching it happen. I looked at the on-chain data and saw what was happening. This is going to be the new norm, is that they're going to give a time limit on it so that you got 24 hours or 48 hours. If you want to get in, hey, it's like gambling. Most people will be like, all right, well, I'll put $100 worth of SOL. The thing is, if 1,000 people say I'm going to put $100 worth of SOL in there, you just gave the person $100,000. Now, if it's 10,000 people, you just gave them $1 million, literally in one day, and they can just dump on you whenever they feel like it and say, "Hey, well, the project isn't like we thought. We don't really know if we can go through with it," and then you're just sitting there holding the bag. So this is unprecedented. This is even worse than the ICO days. At least the ICO days gave you a week. At least they gave you a month or two ahead of time. But right now, this is just egregious. This is what extreme greed looks like. But if we could put on our tinfoil hats, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. In my opinion, I think that some of the people who are contributing to this, that they are basically washing their crypto. They're posting this address, and they have like little small groups in Telegram, and they're sending it to this address. And that's what I think is happening. I think they're sending it to this address. I think they're washing it that way because that's the only way they could coordinate this in 24 hours and then send that much money, and then they're going to wash it later or move it through other tokens. That's what I think personally. But just because of what I've seen in some of these Discords and Telegram groups. But yes, Jake Fever, meme coin craziness is at least representing true DeFi. You can't buy most of these on centralized exchanges. And yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I'm a freedom maximalist. In my opinion, you should be able to trade anything for anything. It doesn't matter whether it's meme coins, whether it's your own shoes, whether it's furniture, whether it's whatever, any asset that you want to trade, commodities, stocks, it should be able to swap quickly, efficiently, at very low fees. We have the technology to do that today. So, Raymond, who do you think is mainly manipulating the Bitcoin price? Well, for a long time, a lot of the Bitcoin price manipulation was China. When they would ban it, price would go down. When they would say it was it was okay, then the price would go back up. We've seen manipulation. I've seen it personally from big industrial level bots that are able to buy big money amounts of Bitcoin and then dump on the market either at the top or buy a lot at the bottom. So one of the main things that we have to remember about a lot of markets, it's all manipulation. There's some manipulation there. That's why the best play is buy it, hold it long term, and then have low time preference. So getting to our next story here, Starbucks says its NFT rewards program must come to an end. Oh man, you hate to see it. Again, we had our NFT days. A lot of people still sitting on NFT collections. I don't think it's gone for good. Of course, I think the technology for some people it works, so they're going to use it. I just think that some of the major players, they don't need it. I think it was a move, a money grab. They get it and then they get out. Their decision to end their NFT rewards program aligns with similar moves by other major companies in the last year. So yeah, like I said, most major companies, they don't really care that much about this new technology. If they make money off of it, cool, but they're not going to stick around through the bear market, through hard times, through price dumping. They're not about to sit through all that. It's like, we're already rich. We're Starbucks. So according to a recent statement, Starbucks Odyssey beta program will conclude March 31st. It allowed users to engage in coffee-themed games and challenges in return for digital stamps that could be used to access new benefits and interactive experiences. Additionally, the marketplace where users trade their digital stamps, as well as the community Discord server, will shut down. So if you were a part of the Starbucks NFT, if you checked it out, you got until the end of the month to basically get out of there. And they are uncertain whether another Web3 development will come in its place. And if you want a prediction from me, all of these companies will have some sort of Web3, NFT, Bitcoin, some sort of strategy. The problem is it's so early. I don't think they understand that this isn't going away. They may have made some money from it. They may have had people that were able to use it, but it's not enough users on the network. It's not enough people that have knowledge about the technology. They're going to figure it out, and then later they'll come back with it. Watch. In January, GameStop announced its decision to close its NFT marketplace after a series of cutbacks over the last 2 years. Tech giant Meta pulled the plug on its NFT features across social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram. And again, if it makes sense, if it's making money, they will use it. If it's not, they can get rid of it. They don't necessarily need it because they've been successful already. So just a heads up for those bucks NFTs. All right. So our last story for the day, not a lot of news. It's been pretty slow. Probably really the last 6 months has been pretty slow. Just NFT talk for the most part. But neither Joe Biden nor Donald Trump are crypto champions. Okay, well, tell us something we don't know. President Joe Biden hasn't taken a particularly friendly stance toward cryptocurrency. On the contrary, he's been a lot like his predecessor, which, again, Trump, if you remember, I tweeted about that 2 days before my book came out, was the only time Trump ever talked about Bitcoin. Before that, he tweeted out the date, actually the release date of the book he actually put out. He's not a fan of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And of course, we've seen President Joe Biden, old Paw. I don't think he knows anything about what's going on with Bitcoin, but the people behind him or the people that work for him, the Elizabeth Warrens of the world, the Gary Genslers, they're usually the people that come with that, with the negative and the hate. We've seen all of the congressional hearings too. The presidential campaign trail is heating up as November grows near, and many people have become excited about former Donald Trump's comments praising cryptocurrency. But how does the former president compare to the current one? Trump and President Joe Biden are near opposites on many issues, but cryptocurrency may be an issue where they share common ground. So we've seen him say there are unclear tax loopholes that help wealthy crypto investors. He's personally said very little about the issue. Of course, Biden doesn't know what's going on. Go to any 80-year-old right now and start talking about cryptocurrency, and they're just going to tune you out. Like, hey, man, I lived a good life. I'm chilling. I'm in my wonder years. I am not trying to learn anything new. I'm pretty sure that's what he said, and he's probably got younger people who have echoed that. In February 2023, headlines erupted with concerns that Operation Choke Point, an Obama administration initiative, had been revived by the Biden administration to lock cryptocurrency-related businesses and users out of the traditional finance system. So if you've never heard of Operation Choke Point, that was something that I believe it was 2016, 2015 or so. It may have been before that when I first started hearing about it prevalently, where they were basically just trying to find different exchanges to cut off people to be able to make sure that you couldn't take part in any type of trading, or coming up with regulation so that smaller exchanges had to go away. We saw a bunch of exchanges get wiped out. FTX, we saw Voyager, we saw BlockFi, Celsius. I mean, we can go through a bunch that got wiped out, as well as 4 banks in 1 week. So, which is unprecedented, literally in U.S. history. We've never seen that before. And this was, I think, a part of Operation Choke Point. They cleared out all of the people, put them in bankruptcy, so they have to sit there for years. And then, boom, ETFs show up a few years later. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry there. So, the Biden administration has proposed a de facto ban on Bitcoin mining in the U.S. via 30% tax. We actually discussed that. We discussed the 30% tax. We said that if this happens, this essentially wipes out any profit that you can make from Bitcoin. Not to mention what would happen with the Bitcoin. With the Bitcoin that you earn, capital gains tax, having to pay employees and things like that, you essentially wipe out the market, making us we wouldn't be competitive at all in the world market. So it is what it is. But yes, we got let's see, we have let's see, we got Joe Biden, we got Donald Trump, we got Gary Gensler, we got Elizabeth Warren. I'm trying to think of everybody that we have against it, but I don't want to doom and gloom everybody, but we also have a lot of people like Thomas Massey and others who are actually pro crypto. So we do have both sides fighting. That just shows you that government, they can't really agree on anything. The CFTC and the SEC can't even agree. So, and that's right, PFC, the OFAC report being OFAC compliant. We already know the OFAC compliance. We've seen that on the Ethereum chain and other chains as well, with proof of stake, being able to say, hey, where did these coins come from? We need to be able to track it. All of that is part of proof of stake. So, so we definitely have people that don't want to see it. Joe Biden and Trump. Hey, guess what? We got them to agree on something. That's that's basically what the crypto market is. We got them to agree on that. So, but yes, those are our stories for today. Shout out to everybody tuning in today on Monday. A lot of big. Somebody said Patrick Henry, Hill Harper. That's my guy. Helped him back when he was building Black Wall Street. Also beat Hill Harper in a 3-point contest. Me and Corey from Swan, the CEO of Swan, we're the only 2 people to win a 3-point contest in the Bitcoin market. So me and him are supposed to go head to head one day. We'll see. I got to hit up Corey and see. But yeah, shout out to Hill Harper. That's my guy. And yeah, shout out to everybody for tuning in today.